Well, okay, folks. Looks like we are going to go ahead and go live on Facebook. So, looks like everything is working as it's supposed to be. So, thank you for tuning in. We're a little bit early, still 3 minutes out from 4 o'clock before we get this show officially going. But we are live at Jimador Mexican Grill at 5801 West Britton Road. Brand new business just opened up. Authentic, delicious Mexican food. I gotta turn down my laptop just a little bit here. Okay, yeah, we are good to go. All right, hour-long show for you today. We got NFL news, college football news, high school news, and then just news, local news, breaking news, whatever we got. Should be a very fun show. And it looks like we are actually going to have news today. Some pretty big ones coming out of the state. 2 minutes out before the beginning of the show. So a little bit more about Jimador Grill, Mexican Grill. 5801 West Britton Road, Oklahoma City. 405-367-7274 is the phone number right north of Northwest Expressway. Email them at Jimador Jimador, grill 5801 at gmail.com. Call now, email, reserve your table. If you come by within the hour, you'll see me here in one of these back booths. You can come say hi. I'll get you on the air. We'll talk about this last week of pro and college sports or something. I don't know. But come by and eat. Again, delicious, authentic, very, very good food here. I gotta make sure I do not miss the go right here. If you can hear the commercials in my own mic, I'm sorry, but I gotta make sure I don't miss anything. So. We should be back after this one, if I've got this right. And I also apologize if I'm sniffling a little bit. Oh, I almost went too early. Almost went way too early. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. You're listening to The Game Plan live on live365.com and, of course, on the Facebook page, Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We are here at Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road, just north of Northwest Expressway, with this hour-long show where we're going to be talking all the recent news in pro sports, college sports, high school sports, and everything in between. This is Luke Young calling in from Jimador Mexican Grill, and we've got Mike Gannon back at the studio, our board operator. Mike, how are you doing today?
I am doing good. It was a great weekend for football.
It was indeed a great weekend for football. They've still got football games replaying on the TVs here at the grill. So, I've got like one eye on the laptop right now and one eye on the OU game that's replaying up there. Speaking of OU, I knew they were going to win. I mean, I'm just saying.
I was hopeful they would win. I was a little worried about, guys getting hurt. Will with the tier be able to handle it? He handled it. The defensive line got a little sloppy at the beginning of the second half. Got a little worried about that, but they righted the ship, and that was a great test, and they're now on the national map as far as.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, how many teams are going into the playoff this year? 16?
It's expanded, right?
Yeah, 16. I could see them right now sliding into a 14, 15 seed, which will be a huge step up from last year. So.
Yeah, currently we're ranked number 13 in the nation with this 2-0 start. So, pretty good for OU so far. We'll really break down that OU Michigan game on a later segment. But here on this intro segment, I kind of want to keep it a little bit casual here on this Monday evening, since we are coming back from the weekend, and it was such a big weekend for football. Mike, I've got to give a quick shout out, okay, to some of my old college teammates, because I was driving around town here in Bethany, just running errands, and I happened upon two of our pitchers that I played with going to practice on the way in. So I gave them a quick ride to the field while I was coming back. I just got to give a shout out to Mozart and Alien. All right. I yelled at them literally from across the street, stopped at a stoplight. Hey, y'all want to ride? And that's how I got back into seeing the college buddies.
Yeah, that's cool.
Classic, classic.
Yeah,
It's the motto of SCU is team first, team last, right? I've graduated and I'm still team first, team last. Awesome.
absolutely.
Okay, but I've also got this that popped up right before we went live. I don't know if you know anything about this, but Channel 9 News reported that the Oklahoma Secretary of State, along with a few other top officials, just resigned from office, huh?
Whoa.
See, the Secretary of State, the Deputy Secretary of State, Director of the Office of Management and Enterprise Services, and Executive Director of Economic Development, Growth, and Expansion. All those people stepping down from office.
Oh boy, wonder if it has anything to do with Cindy Bird audit that came out last week about the what was going on with all the stuff related to COVID 5 years ago. There were a lot of funds that got that were disappeared, weren't sent to the proper places. Really makes me wonder.
I'm reading the article right now, and it says they did not resign on the same day, so they are. It wasn't like a collective idea, and that the report also says there's no misconduct or any controversy tied to the registrations. So, or resignations is the word. So
Okay.
maybe it's pretty clean. There's just they're wanting out.
Well, let's see here. Wait a second. Next year is the state election for governor. If there's no shenanigans, then it is about that time that people in an administration that's going into its final year before the election start to resign. That is not uncommon.
All right.
We are a year and 2 months out from the election of 2026 for a new governor. So yeah, some of these guys could be getting out, give their notice, plan to be gone by Thanksgiving or Christmas, and we'll have some interim people, walk stick through, governor stick through the final year of his governorship.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like here because I'm seeing a lot of resignation effective October 2nd, October 3rd, right around the start of the month.
Yeah, this right now I would say I put my money more on the long lines of yeah, I put this line on the lines. It's just we're a year out from the election, and these people are just getting gotten their ducks in a row, and are moving on.
Maybe. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, especially with it being specifically stated that there's no like controversy tied to this. It just seems, yeah. I mean, I didn't know what was going on when I saw the headline. I was doing other things, so I thought I'd bring it up. But the exits come as the state prepares for upcoming legislative and budget discussions, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep, yeah, it definitely feels like we're a year out, and everybody's moving on.
Yep, I think so. I think so. So that's the breaking news. Breaking news. I haven't seen anything else major pop up today. It's for me. It's mostly just been takeaways from week one of the NFL and week two of college football.
Yeah, that's sports wise. That's what I'm seeing a lot too. Hang on, one last quick look here since we just jumped up. Got Chargers Chiefs game did 17.3 million global viewers on the YouTube debut. Let's see here. I don't see anything else that popped up. No, just a lot of people reacting to what happened in the game, doing breakdowns, mocking, talking heads doing their pregame shows. There were 2 times everybody picked. ESPN has this thing about a curse. If everybody picks the same winner, that team loses.
Oh yeah.
They did it twice.
Who are the teams?
Houston and Baltimore.
They all picked Houston to win. Really?
They all picked Houston to win, and they all picked Baltimore to win.
They all picked Baltimore to win. They were playing Buffalo. Like I know it got away from them a little bit, but they really counted out Buffalo like that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And they kind of owned up a social media post. Told people that did it. And I said, yeah, we kind of whiffed on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? It's happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah, and like I said, it's become a home meme with them, like a curse for the last 6-7 years. Whenever on these panel shows, if they all pick the same team, that means they're going to lose. So, and they've had it a few times, like in this week 15, 16. But they get down to the final person who's making the announcement, and everybody else has picked one team, and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm changing my vote.
Just got to make sure.
You got to make sure.
Yeah, well, you know who didn't all choose the same people was the guys at College Game Day with Trey Young coming back down, all right? He and Pat had OU on lock. I had OU on lock. You had OU on lock. What happens? OU goes out and wins.
Yeah.
But it seemed like a really good show, though. I didn't get to see much of the show. Did you get to watch the actual game day show?
Yeah, I had it on the background of my other job. I didn't have the audio up. But I saw the kid kick the field goal.
Oh yeah, the kid that won. What was it? 2,000?
No, 200,000.
200,000?
He paid for his college. No pressure.
Why didn't I go to Norman more often when they were doing game day stuff? Man.
Okay, so game day, they weren't doing the kickoff thing, a few years ago when you first got into college. So that's what you want. Issue 2 was you have to put your name in a hat and then they randomly pick somebody.
Yeah.
And I think as it turned out, this kid I think had kicked in high school.
And this was the kid that was still talking smack about the kickers, right? And how easy their job is.
Yeah. That's but what the kid, the 18-year-old, they did. I mean, when they finally teased him, and tried to get in his head, and then when they set it up, the kid just stood right next to what the spot was going to be. He stepped back, sidestep, perfectly placed, dead solid, perfect. It was like he's done this before.
He played him. He played him for fools. Played him like a fiddle.
Played him like a villain. He got lucky. His name got called, and he was just like, I'm okay. Boom, 30 yards right down the middle.
Nice. I could kick a field goal from 30 yards. I wouldn't even I don't have to move to the side. I'd just kick it straight on. I bet you I could just get barely enough lift under it to get it in there. I bet you I could.
Yeah, but I think the kid, kicking the total game or the Bethany game from the other night. Those guys. He was about that. He's about that good. I mean, he definitely played in high school.
All right. That makes sense. All right, so there's our new episode idea. We're going to set up a field goal from 30 yards away and see how many of us can actually make a field goal. I'll bring my brother back down from Bartlesville. He used to kick. He used to want to be a kicker. I bet you he can still make some. Yeah, good luck. And we're going to put $200,000 on the line. Yeah. Okay. Facebook, we are back. Don't know what happened. Don't know why it went down, but we are back now. Sorry about it. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Just our luck, isn't it? Still got 2 minutes on this break, a little bit of time. We are going to talk NFL football next, I think. We've been talking a lot about college game day. Should we go ahead and do college? We can do college. I'm okay with doing college. Yeah, let's go to college. This is how I decide on our segments, by the way. Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City. Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898. Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
If you're hankering for some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will send your taste buds on a hootin'. You need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. I reckon I ought to give you their phone number. It's 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace. C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
Your home and your car are more than just things. They're where you make your memories, and they deserve the right protection. At Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, well, he gets it, and that's why he's there. For your home, life insurance, car, and more, call Blake Nightingale 405-728-1313. Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, 7304 Northwest Expressway. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. State Farm Insurance.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Thanks for tuning in wherever you're tuning in from on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Low 80s outside, bright and sunny all day long. It doesn't get much better than this. We are live from Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road here in OKC. The special today is the Chili Verde Burrito for only $13. You can get a large tortilla filled with chili verde, rice, and beans covered in their special cheese sauce, served with lettuce and sour cream. And they do specials every day. I believe it is Taco Tuesday tomorrow. So stop by Jimador Mexican Grill, pick up some of that good, authentic Mexican food. I promise you won't be disappointed, because we haven't been all the times we've been here. And, of course, hosting the show in a beautiful dining area, wide, spacious, very clean as well. Perfect, a brand new business right here on West Britton Road. So thanks to Jimador Mexican Grill. Again, that's 5801 West Britton Road. The phone number is 405-367-7274. Well, here on segment number 2 of the Game Plan, we're going to get into the college sports. Since we've been talking about the college game day, the kid who made the kick so much, I figure we might as well continue with this segment. And first off, let's go through the brand new AP rankings that have released. All right, Mike, so some notable inclusions here. Obviously, maybe the most surprising, I'll say, story of this AP. The South Florida Bulls are ranked number 18 after a 2-0 start, knocking off back-to-back ranked opponents. I don't think anybody saw this coming.
No, I don't think anybody had saw this coming outside of maybe the Tampa Bay area, which is where South Florida is at. And they have a major test because they play Miami Saturday afternoon.
I'm pulling up their schedule here, and you are correct. Miami Hurricanes, Saturday the 13th at 3:30 p.m. Oh, man, if they go 3-0 and then they get South Carolina State, then they get their bye, they're ranked into October.
I don't think they're going to get past Miami, though. They're going to play out of their minds to get past Miami. I think Miami's legit. I think they, Coach finally rebuilt that team back up to where it should be. It didn't take them as long as some others, but Miami's legit.
Miami is ranked number 5 right now. You do not seem to be the only person that thinks that around the college football scene. The top 5 is Ohio State, Penn State, Louisiana State, Oregon, and Miami, with University of Georgia and Texas right behind. So they are up there, very highly ranked, very highly rated this early in the season. Now, let's say the hypothetical, the Bulls do win. How far does Miami fall? Because the Bulls knocked both Florida and Boise State completely out of the rankings.
Let's see here. Notre Dame has to play Texas A&M. That's at number 8. Illinois, okay, they got a cupcake. Florida State's got a cupcake. Carolina's got to play Vanderbilt. That should be a cupcake. Oh, I could see Miami dropping all the way down to 11th or 12th.
Okay.
And OU will leapfrog them. So they could go all the way down to 13.
Yeah, I would say I agree with that.
OU's probably going to beat Temple pretty handily, so we're gonna move up. So yeah, if Miami loses, they're gonna drop.
Straight out of the top 10, likely. Oh man, that could be a very interesting week 3, because obviously South Florida not in a Power 5 conference. They're AAC. So like, if they keep going, are we having another? Who was it? A couple seasons ago. Oh no, I'm blanking. It was another group of 5 team.
Cincinnati?
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Before they joined the Big 12, right? This year before they joined the Big 12.
Yeah. Are we gonna have another one of those situations? Do you think?
Yeah, it's possible. It is a the system is set up now. You got the 4 big conferences, but then the group of 5. The next tier down. A couple of them are like undefeated or only have 1 loss, and to a very good team that they play tight, they'll get in as well. So yeah, we could have a Cincinnati situation.
No, I'm super okay with that with an expanded playoff format. I think this has been a long time coming to college football. And it does allow these smaller teams to make those dark horse runs. I mean, I'm saying if they get their 3rd ranked win in a row, I feel like it almost doesn't matter how the rest of the season goes. They prove they can knock off some of the big boys. Because this is it for South Florida after Miami. Because they've got South Carolina State, Charlotte, University of North Texas. Like, they're all through the group of 5 schedule then.
Yeah, they're group 5. They're in the American Athletic Conference.
Yeah, no more AP ranked after next week. I don't know. I think they win at Miami. If they do, they pretty much have to win out. They might be able to take 1 loss and still have a pretty good argument, but they pretty much got to win out.
They've got to win out. If their rest of their schedule is nothing but American Athletic Conference, they have to win out. If they lose to anybody in their conference, that'll be a good enough reason for the committee to deny them a shot in the tournament.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they just barely got past Florida. I mean, it was an 18-16 win. It wasn't 34-7 like they got against Boise State. So you're right. This is going to be the week that decides it for South Florida, I think. Currently, they're 62nd in the nation in passing yards per game, averaging about 260. But they're 171st in rushing yards, 110th in total yards. The pass game is really what's allowed this team to pull off these early week upsets. Is it sustainable? Probably not, but it would be a really good story if it kept going.
It'd be a great story if it kept going. Somehow beat Miami. I'm not banking on that. I'm not banking on them beating Miami.
No, I can't say I blame you for that one. Now let's talk about. Well, I was about to say let's talk about Oklahoma State because we wouldn't be on them long. That was a pretty bad loss. And that's about all I want to say about it.
Yeah, the guys didn't want to be on that field after the first quarter. On that 3rd touchdown, they didn't want to be there. They wanted to get back on the bus, get into the locker room, change clothes, get on the bus, head for the airport, and get the heck out of Oregon. Is what they wanted to do.
Yeah. What was it? 69-3. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, a few of those guys were, as they say, were making business decisions, as in they didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the state of OSU right now, right? Little brother. What can you do? But now our team, the Oklahoma Sooners, the ones that we really care about, getting that win over Michigan, 24-13. It was about everything I expected from Oklahoma. They had Jaden Ott back in the backfield decently consistently, but Javante Barnes and Troy Blaylock still got the majority, or excuse me, Tory Blaylock still got the majority of the carries, and Mateer running himself. The thing they were saying on the national broadcast was how long can Mateer carry the run game on his own, and I'd say that's a pretty fair, question to have. But I think they're only seeing this level of rush from the running backs because they're still being decently restrictive, right? Still being decently careful.
Yes, I'm with you. I think it's exactly what's going on. I think they were Arbuckle was still and Venables was still being really cautious because they're not going to have a big test until they got the Auburn game and then they got Texas. So and we've had the last 2 or 3 years we've had so many injuries among running backs and receivers that I think they're overly cautious, which is a valid criticism. And these guys they're still young. It was the second game. Those two, those special teams mistakes.
Oh yeah, oof.
The final score could have been 38-3. That hadn't been for special teams mistakes.
There were two things to this game, two aspects I say where it really stuck out as things OU could have done better, and it was the special teams, and it was Mateer having another interception. And his issue with the interceptions is it goes back to the arm slot that he throws from, being so sidearm. It stays flat. It's easy to knock down at the line. He struggles to get air underneath the ball sometimes. I mean, I'm sure you saw the same thing. He had the player he hit in the back of the jersey on a go route late in the game because he didn't get enough air under it. Those kinds of things, it's just something he's going to have to work on and improve on. I mean, everybody has them, right? But Mateer still threw for almost 300 yards in the air, even with the interception.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so.
And you got to feel for the linebacker slash tight end who Herbstreit completely called it. He said he didn't take off in a full sprint off the line.
Oh, yeah.
And that was just enough for him to not get to the ball when it landed right where it should have. Because Mateer dropped it right where he wanted to drop it. And because what's the tight end's name? Because he didn't take off in a full sprint right at the start, he was just a quarter second too late to grab it.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to put all the blame on one guy, right? You pretty much never want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of ends up being technically a rookie mistake.
Yeah. It was, you're thinking of Jaron Kanek, I believe, was who it was.
And in the fourth quarter, when it was the third or the fourth, when he went for it ended up being going, he wanted that touchdown.
Yeah.
And Venables said in his post-game press conference, he said, yeah, this kid really wants that play back. He wanted that. so it was how like the kid learned. He said, I gotta be wise in that. I gotta run, do a full sprint right out of the gate whenever something like that's coming my way.
Yep, absolutely. You have to. But again, it's only week 2. These are things that are only going to get cleaner on going through this sort of weaker aspect of the schedule here. It's Temple next. They'll have a game to really get things crisp before going and playing Auburn. Then you've got the bye week. Then it's Kent State, and then it's Texas. Then it's the important stretch.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's right. I'm comfortable with playing Kent State now, and so that makes sense from a standpoint of scheduling because they made OU really be rough right out of the gate first year they put in the SEC, and we really paid for it.
Oh, man. Yeah, that first year, last year was so rough.
So they gave us some of these cupcakes, and that's going to help the guys get some confidence. So.
I mean, pretty much every year OU gets those three teams that are the weaker ones that you're supposed to get the wins on. This year it's Illinois, Temple, Kent State. Because Ole Miss will put up a fight. Missouri will probably put up a fight. LSU, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, University of Texas. That last month, 2 months, is a gauntlet. That is OU schedule last year at the beginning. Heck, that was OU schedule last year the entire season, is what we had this last couple months.
Yes, and Missouri has no slouch. They've played some people tough. So that's no slouch. One thing I thought about before we go to break here was that I said there was probably going to be, we didn't know. I thought some of the SEC teams were going to be down. And I had them only losing 3 games. One was the Texas game, and I had them losing. I think, what did they say? It was, I think it was Alabama. I don't think they're going to lose to Alabama barring injury.
Yeah, Alabama doesn't look great. Yeah.
I thought they said 3 losses. I think they're going to beat Alabama. So that would mean, I was thinking they're going to have 2 losses.
I remember we said LSU might be a loss at the very end.
Oh, and LSU then. So if they only have the 2 losses, Texas and LSU, yeah, I think they get in. I think they end up being the 15th or 16th seed, one of the bottom seeds. I think they make the tournament.
If they beat all these other teams really convincingly up to then, I could still see them being right there on the top 10. Maybe fringe on the low end, but in on the better end. Because let's say Texas and LSU keep winning, they're going to go up to LSU could be number 1 should something happen to Ohio State. Then for OU to come in, if they're top 10 and lose to the number 1 team, I mean, how far do they realistically fall after that? After both teams have a really good season?
Yeah, they wouldn't punish them too hard.
Yeah, I would think so. But yeah, I'd say the ceiling is still really, really high for the Sooners right now. That opinion has not changed after these 2 weeks. Mateer is legit. Let's make that clear. John Mateer is very legit from what we've seen. He's confident. He's got poise. He's cool under pressure. He can throw in the pocket on the run. I'm very big on this kid. That's a legit threat.
Yeah. The thing that freaks me out about him is that people say he looks like Baker. He looks like Baker's younger kid brother, who's about 2 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier with a better arm. That's what he looks like.
Very excited for the second half of this season. Very excited. And speaking of OU football, the replay of OU Michigan is on the TVs out here at Jimador Mexican Grill. So stop by and watch that game if you did miss it. 5801 West Britton Road in Oklahoma City. 405-367-7274. That is the phone number to call to reserve your table. Jimador Grill 5801@gmail.com if you want to email. They've got specials every day. The special today is a chili verde burrito. Large tortilla filled with chili verde, rice, and beans, covered in that special cheese sauce, served with lettuce and sour cream. I personally am a big fan of quesadillas, but we'll see what I get later today. Hey, we got to send it to a break here. We are halfway done with this Monday evening episode of The Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. And the Facebook went down for a second, but it's back now, so tune in on Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk there as well. Let's send it to break. More talk when we come back after this.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs.
You can call me at 405-200-8414, or you can come by my office. It's at 1605 Professional Circle in Yukon, Suite C. And if you have questions, I'm more than happy to even just answer questions for you. I do like to sit down face-to-face because I think that's more important.
John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area, and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414. Grandview Windows and Doors is a proud sponsor of the Bethany Broncos and a part of the community serving all of Oklahoma City area with a mission to provide our customers exceptional window and door solutions. Locally owned and operated, Grandview Windows and Doors is your window and door specialist. Drop on by our showroom to get the latest colors, styles, and special pricing just in time for the fall. Call 405-787-0230 and visit us on Facebook, Grandview Windows and Doors.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
Now open at 5801 West Britain Road. It's Jimador Mexican Grill. Order at Jimador Mexican Grill and be treated to a spacious dining area, friendly staff, and delicious Mexican dishes. Fajitas, quesadillas, seafood, vegetarian meals. They've got it all at Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britain Road. With different lunch and dinner specials every day and great prices, Jimador Mexican Grill is the place to be. They open at 11 a.m. every day and come by starting August 30th to get some drinks at the brand new bar. The people love Jimador Mexican Grill, and you will too. Call 405-367-7274 or email jimadorgrill5801@gmail.com to reserve your table. Jimador Mexican Grill is eager to serve you. 5801 West Britain Road and call 405-367-7274.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Riley, owner here at Victory Mattress Outlet, and my job is to help individuals get a quality night's sleep on our name brand mattresses for prices they can't afford. I have a great offer for you right now. If you go to this website, victorymattressoutlet.com/win, WIN, fill that form out, and you got a free coupon for a buy one mattress, get one 50% off. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.
Hey, we are back here on the Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, segment number 3, coming right at you now past the halfway point of our show. Coming out of halftime, we've run out of the tunnel. We're back on the field. 2 more segments to go, live from Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britain Road. Come out here, grab yourself some good, authentic, delicious Mexican food for dinner tonight. You can come by and see us, see me sitting out here in the booth, and we can talk sports a little bit. Already getting a little bit of that with the patrons here, and it's always a lot of fun. Hey, they've got a kids menu if you want to bring children under 12 years out. They've got desserts, of course, seafood, combination meals, and the special today, the Chile Verde burrito. Taco Tuesday tomorrow, if I am not mistaken, and the burrito today is for $13 on a little bit of a discount. So stop by Jimador Mexican Grill. Big fan of the big friends of the station, and I am a big fan of the food. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, when we come back here, the football talk has not concluded. We're going to save the high school chatter for the last segment, I think. Mike, it was also week 1 for the NFL, and we've actually still got one game to play. The Vikings and the Bears do play tonight. We're going to get a chance to see Caleb Williams. I think it's J.J. McCarthy starting for the Vikings, right? See if I can pull it up here. My computer's going to be slow because I've got a lot running on it, as it is. Stats, team comparison. Need a roster or something. No, I've got no idea. All right, time to do a quick look through fantasy to see whose quarterback hasn't started. Yes, McCarthy. Okay, I thought so. I was pretty sure they were starting J.J. McCarthy. So it's J.J. McCarthy versus Caleb Williams in the final game of Week 1 on Monday evening. Personally, I think Chicago is going to have a better year. I'm kind of here to see Caleb Williams this next year, see how he improves. I would not be surprised if Caleb Williams gets the win on this one. J.J. McCarthy, of course, has a lot of upside as a young QB. First career regular season start tonight on the road after having missed his entire rookie campaign due to a torn MCL. That is the thing about JJ. Again, a lot of upside, but coming back from an injury, going to be on the road in a tough environment in Chicago. I think for Week 1, as good as that team can be, I'm going to go ahead and give this matchup to the Bears. Mike, if you have any opinions on this one, and this is also not just for my fantasy team, but excuse me, also because I think the Bears actually are going to win.
There I am.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. So, now once again, who are the Bears playing tonight?
The Vikings.
This is another case of we don't know what we don't know. If I was in Vegas, I'd stay away from this game.
That's probably pretty fair.
You know, I think the Bears are going to, like you, I think the Bears are going to have a better year, but I don't think they're going to beat Green Bay for the division.
No, I think it's going to be tough for anybody to beat Green Bay now that they've got Micah.
Green Bay's dialed in to make a run at the NFC Championship this year. So, yeah, I think I'd go with the Bears are going to win unless Caleb has an outbreak.
I can see that.
Chicken, but it's a chicken on my part, but this whole thing hinges on Caleb and JJ for the Vikings. So, you know.
Yeah, and again, we're on the same page there. It comes down to the quarterback play, right? Two young quarterbacks, but one's come back off an injury and on the road, and one's at home with a team that's supposed to be better this year. I'm giving this one to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm giving this one. I'm leaning Chicago as well. I think it could end up being an ugly game. It could be ugly, but yeah, I think it's going to. If Caleb, we've seen Caleb play. We know he's a magician. We know he's got the raw talent. He's got the better talent, and if he's been able to work out some of his some of the growing pains he had in the preseason and during training camp with the new system and the new head coach.
Right.
Then they should win.
I think so too. I think that's pretty fair. Where we go from there still remains to be seen. Again, I think the Bears could have a better year this year. I think Williams is only going to improve as we get into this next year, but you're right. A lot yet to be seen. Now, let's go through some of these scores from games that have ended. By the way, that game tonight is 7:15 p.m. Central. It's on ABC. Some of the important games, and we'll go through these in no particular order, but let's just start with it since I'm looking at it. Baltimore and Buffalo. The Bills pull off the 1-point comeback victory late in the fourth. That was a drive.
That was such a great game last night. Oh man, that was a great game. I watched that full game, and man, it was so good.
I got to catch that fourth quarter, so I saw the comeback drive, but I missed a lot of the beginning because I was on the road. I'll give the points, the deficit for the people who don't know. It was a 15-point lead for Baltimore with 3:56 left in the fourth, and Buffalo came all the way back, won it by one. With a minute left, they marched down the field, kicked the field goal, and walked it off.
That is correct. That's exactly what happened.
Cinema. Just absolute cinema, right? I saw a video on that drive, and it's not just, Josh Allen throwing darts. Because everybody knows he throws darts. The receivers that game actually looked pretty good. There was one drive, one throw, where I think it wasn't a hitch and go. I want to say it was something close to a flag. Nah, never mind. Anyways, what I'm saying, it's a throw downfield because the guy who runs is actually off screen, so I didn't see the exact route. But essentially, think of it like a go, and on a move, he gets one of the Baltimore cornerbacks to completely bite. That seemed to me to be something that was happening a couple times that night. Is the Bills, especially late in that fourth quarter, were really getting to the Baltimore secondary. Now, can you corroborate that? Am I right on that?
Yes, absolutely. Same thing. There was a trend all through the day, which is because it was the first game of the season, and it had 10 days off since the last pregame show, and a lot of starters didn't play in the final pregame show. I mean, pregame, preseason game. Sorry, preseason game. The defenses got tired in the fourth quarter, and it happened a lot yesterday. So these games were real tight, and then the thing with Baltimore was, they had that 15-point lead on them, 16-point lead, and then they got tired in the fourth quarter, and Derrick Henry fumbled the ball, and that was legit. That wasn't Derrick Henry didn't drop the ball. That thing got punched out. I mean, that was a great defensive play.
Yep.
When he loses that ball, and Buffalo recovers, and they're able to, catch back up with those 16 points in the final in the fourth quarter.
I was about to say, I can see you just remembering that game and just reliving that drive and enjoying it right now.
Yeah, and he's married to a movie star, and so he put on some tape, and he was, I don't know where he was, I don't know if he was in the stadium in the box or was back in L.A., but she was Lois Lane cheering him on, and boom, he just went right down the field and scored a touchdown strap.
They did. He's cold, ice in his veins. Some of the other notable scores, we're already starting to run out of time here, so I got to go quick. The Packers won 27-13 in Parsons' debut for Green Bay. The Colts offense with Daniel Jones. Yeah, that's right. I know, I can't believe I'm saying this. The Colts offense with Daniel Jones looked really good in a 33-8 win over the Dolphins. Now, of course, the Dolphins looked really bad, but the Colts offense was actually kind of moving. Daniel Jones threw for 272 yards.
Yeah, the Colts are good because they don't have a owner that out of control owner. Jerry Jones clone the younger because Thursday was a lot like Jerry Jones. He was making decisions and doing things that drove everybody nuts. And unfortunately, Jim Irsay passed this offseason. So, it didn't, from a business standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, he's not around. And so they were able to implement the game plan they wanted. And Miami's got problems, man.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to Miami in the last 3 years, but it just seems like every year they keep getting worse. And now it looks like they're falling off the cliff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't see McDaniel sticking around much longer if this is how the season goes. I know some people at the beginning were saying he wasn't on the hot seat. I do not feel good about his position right now. But some other scores. The Eagles beat the Cowboys 24-20. Dallas played them, honestly, a lot closer than I thought we would. But after that lightning delay, all the offense went out the window for both teams. So it ended up being a Philly victory at home.
That's exactly what happened.
The Steelers edged out the Jets 34-32. A quote by Justin Fields. I'm just calling it what it is. They acquired all these guys in the offseason, future Hall of Famers on that side of the ball, and we put up 32. That's the quote from Justin Fields, who went 16 for 22 on the night with 218 yards and 3 touchdowns. Are we big? Are we sleeping on the Jets this year?
I wouldn't go there yet because they still scored 32 points against Pittsburgh, and it took a throwback 1970 made me cry back in the day Pittsburgh defensive play to stop the Jets at the end of that game. But like that, he channeled his inner Mean Joe Green on that play. I had PTSD after that one.
Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns in that game. It was more so the Jets' defense that was struggling to stop anything tonight, because at least the Pittsburgh found it at the end, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and then of course Tampa Bay, Baker was put on a show.
He likes to do that. He likes to do that.
Yeah, it is.
I was happy the Bucks won. I'm always happy when Baker wins. You want to talk about putting on a show? How about Justin Herbert in the win over the Chiefs? 318 yards and 3 touchdowns in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Jim Harbaugh strikes again. I've seen this movie before. I saw him do it at Stanford. I saw him do it at Michigan. I saw him do it with the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, watch out. Harbaugh's coming.
By the way, since we're coming up on the end, still talking about the Chiefs, they play in a Super Bowl rematch next week. They've got the Eagles. Are we thinking the Chiefs bounce back and get their revenge, or do the Eagles make it 2-0? Because honestly, Philly still has a pretty decent offense, but they didn't look that good in Week 1.
No, and the Achilles heel of the Chiefs in the Mahomes era is left tackle. If the left tackle is healthy and good, they win. If the left tackle is struggling or is injured and a less than stellar backup in the game, they lose. So that's going to be the question. What's that left tackle like?
It's a crazy thing, Mike. I don't know how we didn't realize it earlier. Think back about all those Mahomes highlights, all those videos you see of him making wild passes on the run, just absolutely ridiculous things no one should ever even attempt. How did we not see it before? Why was he in those situations? It's because his line couldn't block for him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because he was always under pressure and having to make ridiculous on-the-throw runs. We all took it as Mahomes is just godlike, which he's pretty good.
He's good.
But, I mean, I was there. I didn't even think about the line. That line couldn't stop anybody. And then they finally got fully exposed last year. It should have been so obvious. How did we miss it?
Well, we didn't miss it because Tom Brady exposed it the year by Tampa Bay when he won the title. He did the same thing to them. He's like, that offensive line they all got hurt in the AFC Championship game, and they walked in with no offensive line, and they got win.
At least that year, though, they could say, injuries.
Yes.
Philly just demolished them in every facet of the game. I don't know. I can't believe I didn't see it. But, hey, Week 2, that's your Super Bowl rematch. The Commanders are traveling to Green Bay to take on the Packers. The Giants have the Cowboys in Dallas. And another maybe fun matchup, the Bears and the underperforming Lions through Week 1. We'll see what happens there. They continue that divisional matchup. Well, we got to go to break here. One more segment coming at you. This is The Game Plan, live from Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road in Oklahoma City. Call them at 405-367-7274. Come through, sit in this beautiful dining area, get some authentic and delicious Mexican food. You can try out the seafood. You can try out the dinner specials, soups, salads. They've got a vegetarian menu as well. Again, I'm personal to the quesadillas, but the Chili Verde burrito is the special tonight. A little bit of a discount on it. So thanks to Jimador Mexican Grill. We got sent to a break. One more segment coming at you where we're going to talk high school sports. All right, we'll bring it back right after this.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements with same-day delivery locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
Are you looking for some hair, some virgin hair, some extensions? Well, come to Alchemy Ming Virgin Hair and Boutique. We have moved to 10709 North Rockwell Avenue, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Suite D. Come and see all the styles from your best hairstylist, your favorite hairstylist, the award-winning hairstylist of the year, Jasmine J.G. Garrett Whitson.
Stephanie's Vintique and the Plaster Paint Company is all Oklahoma made at 3821 Asbury in Bethany, featuring vintage, chalk paint, antiques, clothing, vegan soaps and lotion, homemade cards, decor, and furniture. And space is available for rent to start your own business at Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company. Call 405-249-3604 and see why people are coming from all over the metro for this paint and decor. Or you can visit us at theplasterpaintcompany.com and also see us on Facebook. Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company in Bethany. Start your Vintique experience.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
If you're hankering for some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will send your taste buds on a hootin'. You need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. I reckon I ought to give you their phone number. It's 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace.
Okay, folks, 2 minutes before we come back with our final segment. Again, we want to thank everybody who has tuned in on the Facebook. We're here at Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road in Oklahoma City, right north of Northwest Expressway, right on the west side of Lake Hefner. Beautiful spot, beautiful restaurant, obviously. And of course, I've already talked about the menu and the specials, but just friendly staff, friendly waiters, friendly owners. They come through and they hook you up right, you know. So thanks to Jimador for helping hook us up for the show tonight. It's been a lot of fun. One more segment when we come back in just a few.
Some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will send your taste buds on a hoot. You need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. Phone number is 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace.
30 seconds here, so I'm going to leave the mic turned on. We're going to go through high school sports here, talk some Bethany, talk some Tuttle, take a look at what's happening around. I'm actually going to see who won that UConn Mustang game. See if the home team clutched that one out or if UConn got their next win. I'm very interested in how that one went. And we are back here for the final segment of the game plan, live on the gospelstation.com, scroll sports and talk. On Live 365, there's where the station is held, and of course on the Facebook, Gospel Station, Sports and Talk as well. Well, here in this final segment, there's really only one thing I want to talk about, and it is high school sports. Another week here in the beginning of September. But first thing I want to talk about We'll start with football here. Bethany had their bye week. Tuttle got a win over Newcastle. One thing that I do need to check, because I actually forgot to check about it, if my phone will even work, was that Yukon Mustang game. I have not seen a score update for it here, so I'm going to try and find one real quick. It looks like Mustang did complete the W. Got a 44-20 victory over the Millers at home. Yep, just seeing it. 44-20. Yukon got a big Week 1 victory over Putnam City Original. Oh, hello. Okay, I see you back. Yeah, we're back. Maybe just a momentarily lapse in the Wi-Fi or something, but all right, yeah. So we were talking Yukon Mustang. Yukon got that big Week 1 against Putnam City, but they dropped the Week 2. Mustang's a very strong team, defended the home turf. That was played on the 5th. Again, 44-20, Mustang on top in the rivalry. Of course, Tuttle won their game over Newcastle, Mike. It was, what was the final? I've actually already forgotten. Yeah, I'm going back. Yeah, I know. We're real professional, as always. Here it was, 35-7. I found it. Oh, yeah, it was a dominant Tuttle victory, but I couldn't remember the exact score. 35-7. I got to be out there at that game. Tuttle is legit. We all know it. And I am done giving opposing teams any credit. From now on, until they lose, Tuttle is probably the favorite in every game. So.
Because they are upset about that loss last year. They at the end, so.
Yep. Tuttle has Noble this Friday. They're on the road. I'll be out at that game. But now moving on to Bethany High School sports. Today, the softball team has first pitch in only 3 minutes. They're out at Woodward playing a district matchup tonight. So go support the Bethany High softball team. You know, you can keep up on Game Changer, but just send some love on their socials. Just let them know you're supporting as they look for a district win here on the 8th. Tomorrow, volleyball is out at Mount St. Mary's. I'll be out there broadcasting that game. And then later on Thursday the 11th, softball is on the road again at Clinton. Bethany volleyball is at Crossings Christian School. On Friday, softball comes back home for Weatherford, but of course that's football day. Bethany football is at home versus Jones. John Hickman and John Campbell will be broadcasting that one while I'm at Tuttle on the alternate broadcast. And then finally, on the 13th, Bethany volleyball has the Bethany tournament they're playing at home. Mike, we got a short interview with one of the volleyball players. We can cue that up and play it real quick, and we'll talk a little bit about that team as we take it to close.
Hello, Bethany fans. This is Luke Young here. We just finished the Bethany versus Cassidy volleyball game, and I'm here with number 13, Skylar Brady. Skylar, first off, how are the feelings after that crazy set 3 victory?
It was good. I'm super glad we won. It was long, but we pushed through, so I'm glad that we came out with the win.
Now, was Cassidy gave it everything they had with their back against the wall? They had you guys on the back foot a couple of times. What were you guys saying to each other in huddles over on the benches to keep yourselves in tune, focused, and that game?
We kind of just kept saying, move on, like get the next point, kind of forgetting about the past, and can't do anything about that anymore, and just pushing for the next point.
That's great. That's great. Hey, you were recognized before this game for 1,000 career kills. So first off, congratulations on that. Second off, knowing that, did you come into this game a little different, thinking, yeah, I'm the girl you want to feed?
Not really, actually. That was like, they didn't tell me before, so when they announced that, that was my first time hearing it, but it didn't really change my mindset. I kind of just still came out with the same intensity.
That's great. That's great. And hey, finally, your team had a bunch of great defensive stands, a couple of crazy digs, keeping rallies alive. How is it that you guys were able to adapt to what Cassie was bringing on the offensive side?
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the main things we were trying to focus on that set was effort. And so just going for the balls, even if we knew we couldn't get them or we were going to be short, just giving effort in every possibility we had.
I like it. It paid off in the end because a 30-point victory, 30-28, ridiculous score. But congratulations again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. All right.
I tell you, Mike, they never have fun with the questions. When I ask them, "Are you the girl? Are you the one they feed?" They're supposed to go, "Yeah, that's me. Feed me," like Zeke used to do. They never do it, man.
They're team players, man. They're team players.
They don't. They maybe don't have quite the personality of prime Ezekiel Elliott, I guess.
No, but yeah, you know, go back and watch the YouTube, on our channel and watch the game. Brady's a killer, just like her namesake. She's a killer, stone cold killer.
She is. She is. They're obviously their leading offensive player. 1,000 career kills in high school is insane. But what I asked there at the end about the defensive stands, if you do go back and watch that game, watch how they play on defense. One thing I saw covering that game, and I think we're going to see tomorrow, is how they cover the floor after offensive rallies. There's never really a gap that's left open. They're doing a really good job at rotating and filling gaps. And it is time to go. EPH 511 is coming on after this. I know we're running a little bit long, but that's because we are live at Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road. So, rounding out, I just got to say thank you for tuning in. Volleyball tomorrow. You'll get another look at this state championship volleyball team. And again, expect to see a lot and hear a lot of what that interview brought you. High-octane offense and amazing defensive stands. Mike, thank you for running the board. It was a pleasure. All right, and again, Jimador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road. Call them at 405-367-7274. They've been our amazing hosts for the show. Thank you to Jimador. Come out here, eat dinner. Tell them you heard about them on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. I've got to go. I've got to go eat some dinner of my own. So I'll wish you farewell. Have a great night, and as always, God bless. And thank you, Facebook. That was a fun one, but we got to go now. It looks like I ran a little bit over time, so there's another show coming on after me. So go tune back in online, gospelstation.com, scroll sports and talk for EPH 511. I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.